concert was with you at Deer Creek.
Right.
I will always have a love for Deer Creek.
Yeah.
Even though their audio setup sounds like shit these days. But, I will always love that place.
I love Deer Creek.
Back in the day, I do. I think it's way too corporate, and all they do is country shows now. But
I saw Maiden there.
Yeah. But that's all right.
Years ago, my second, other than Deer Creek, and maybe it's just because it's home base, but my second favorite outside venue ever of all time is the Gorge in Washington, and it's phenomenal. It's a gorge, and I don't know the way it sounds.
They have an
outside
venue in Arizona that's really beautiful.
Do they?
Yeah, Red Rock.
Well, we went.
It's really
We
beautiful.
went last year to.
That's the one I want to go to.
That's one of the ones I haven't been to. I'd like to really go.
Riverbend.
Yeah, I've been there. It's
The
Last
Cincinnati
year
one
was the
is
first time we'd
basically
ever
like
been, and it was nice.
the Cincinnati
It's really
one.
nice.
you get
Me,
to going out to some other places, and you'll be surprised how much better a lot of them are.
the Cincinnati one to me is like Deer Creek Junior.
Yes, exactly.
With AstroTurf.
Now,
With
I like,
AstroTurf.
Well, it's
I
been
like
around
that
way
one
longer
we went to
than
in
Deer Creek,
Ohio that one outside of Dayton where we went and see
Yeah, that was
Bush
really
and
cool.
live. That was an
Yeah, it's like
awesome
a-
little outside
That was like
venue.
small.
I think
or
they
even smaller.
Rose Heights or something like
Yeah,
that. Right up.
that was
Rose
really
Hamilton.
cool.
Right, the suburb
Yeah.
outside of
And that's
Dayton.
probably even smaller than
It's
this White River.
smaller than White River, and
But
it's
it
I
is
mean, it's
awesome.
outside.
Yeah.
You might be interested in this. Live, their albums are a lot of their albums are getting vinyl reissues.
Oh, yeah.
I saw one today.
That's cool. I like that minimal jewelry. All right, let's get on with this. There's only a few more stories. And then we got the birthdays and anniversary stuff. That
Thank you, Mommy.
Kyle and Debbie does. Smashing Pumpkins announced they're having a new album getting ready to come out. They released 2 new songs.
I agree.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I like them a lot, but
I don't like him a lot, but
Everything since the relaunch, except for Oceanic, has been crap.
Yeah. All the original people are back in the band, other than what's her name?
Darcy.
Yeah. Which
All you
I
hear
thought she
is
kind of
one beep,
sucked
beep, beep.
anyways, but.
beep, beep, beep.
Candlebox released a new song. They haven't done anything for a while. It's called "Let Me Down Easy." This is going to be really cool. Next week, John 5 is releasing a video and stuff. It's called Live Invasion next week. This is kind of cool. He's going to have Corey Taylor, Mike Anthony from Van Halen, Fred Corey from Cinderella and stuff. A bunch of guest artists on there, so you can check that out. Tears for Fears is releasing a box set called Seeds of Love October 9th. They just released a brand new song called Rhythm of Life.
Oh, check that out.
Motorhead, 1990 album Ace of Spades is being reissued in October.
1980, sir.
I said 1980.
You said 1990.
I was sworn I had it right in front of my face and said that. But in October, as vinyl heavy 7 LP and 10-inch and DVD box set that offers a remastered album, live performances, rarities, as well as a 5.1 mix of the album. And last story on
that's a record I don't want to fuck with, so I won't be getting that.
Oh, really? What comes all together?
Yeah, but they fucked with the sound.
Avett Brothers released a new EP, The Third Gleam, with the new song Victory. Those guys are awesome. Alright, that's really it for the news. We'll get into...
We didn't say, I got a message reminding us, we didn't say what they got a comment about tonight to win this beautiful Master P things.
Well, they can comment about anything. I don't care. As long...
So most of the time you've been
I
talking
just said
like,
you make fun of Kyle or something.
Okay, so that's a going thing. We're just
It's
going to
always
make fun of
make
Kyle.
fun of Kyle. It's not.
So give us the best Kyle.
Last week you said make fun of my hair or something, but nobody makes... Everybody does. I'm about ready to this.
He's a dapper damn man.
He's a dictator. That's what he is.
Well, we know what happens when you try to dictate anything.
Get coffee.
Muammar Gaddafi.
Just salute me and move on.
Salute you and shoot you.
Salute you and shoot you.
All right, final segment. Oh no, I want to go ahead and give you
Our
the.
final segment.
Well, we're gonna do the top 10 after I give the birthdays.
Damn, I
and
was
stuff.
just getting started.
I told you, this wasn't really a lot going on this week, so
You don't get
we were on here for like 2 hours last time.
segment.
Please, we've
Final
already been
segment.
on here for almost an hour and a half now.
Oh, my
I don't
God.
want to hear it.
Well, you know, I got these two that won't want to go off on these sex.
I told
tangents or
Kyle
something
I am
all the
getting
time.
messages from people I don't even know telling me they're enjoying this and that they're glad I'm on the show. And
Hey, I am.
I bring a whole new
I don't
dynamic to it.
I push
So, I mean, other than
I
The
said
boss
you
having
were
to go
doing
to
it
sleep.
begin with. I did not have to go to sleep. Shut up. Y'all are just boring
This is
me.
past your bedtime.
we are not boring, this was
Here
quite
for a while.
interesting.
No, the verses list was starting to bore me because it kept going.
Honestly.
and
Now
going and
listen
going.
though, in
So
our
I was
defense,
getting
a
bored.
lot of things bore her.
Well, yeah, that's true.
See, and this is why we're.
Yeah, you're not hearing us move faster.
Yeah.
Nobody listens to me anymore. You
I don't
know.
even know who
Oh,
this
they
guy
like hearing
is.
your little pop-offs.
All
Last
right.
week I got several. Man, I just laughed so hard just hearing Tina laugh.
Man, I'll tell you.
'Cause
Kyle
people
keeps
love
getting
me
bigger and
because I'm
bigger
behind
every
the
week.
scenes.
More people keep dying, man.
Look, the only thing matters it was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I got
Stevie Ray Vaughan
No,
died
I
this
bitched at
week.
him for bitching at you about that.
When did this
trust
week
me,
Michael
I did.
Jackson died?
We had a big old
I
discussion
love Michael
about
Jackson, but that
Because I
is
told
not
him
my
he
thing.
sucks.
I'm not sitting there promoting fucking Michael Jackson. I love the
Look.
guy to death. It's not.
Why?
We're rock and roll and stuff like that. I'm not sitting there talking about child
You don't think
molesters.
he's well?
No, look, I'm the one that gripes about we're not all freaking heavy metal, and that's all you want to talk about. And I think it's stupid.
And they were sitting here wondering why we don't get done sooner than
You
I'm
talk
sitting
talk
here
about
going, "Oh."
Pete Townsend, and he was caught with child porn.
I guarantee you put Pete Townsend
Chuck
on our
Berry.
page with Michael Jackson, and more people are.
Michael
talking
Jackson,
about him.
Pete Townsend,
We're rock
Chuck
and
Berry,
roll.
Joe Biden, and who
No,
else?
you
Hey,
want to be
hey, that's
heavy metal.
political.
Rock and roll is bigger than just freaking Pantera.
Oh, Jerry Lee
shit.
Lewis. Wasn't he like the king of it?
He
married
married his
his little
13-year-old
cousin.
cousin.
Elvis, probably.
Look, Elvis moved
He done
Priscilla
put a
into
king in there.
Graceland when she was 14 years old. I don't even want to hear it.
Get to my work.
Well, anyway, this is not a child raping,
Oh
whatever
my
kind of
God.
show. We do not support that.
No, we do not promote
All
that.
right,
but
birthdays. John Bush of Anthrax is 57. Big one this week. Gene Simmons of Kiss is 71.
Wow.
Rob Halford, Judas Priest, 69.
He likes 69.
Oh yeah. Vivian Campbell, Def Leppard, 58. The man Alex from Rush, 67. Wow.
My man Alex.
Which one's he?
There you go, Michael
Bubbles
Jackson,
is
62. All right, some deaths. Well, we talked about just Aaliyah, man. She was a great artist. There you go. If you want to go on something different. Was killed in a
Nope,
plane
can't
crash
talk
from the
about that. She's
Bahamas.
not rock.
Oh,
Can't talk about that. She's
pretty
not
funny.
rock.
We'll say something here so you can shut your trap. We got more fucking comments about Aaliyah than Michael Jackson, so
I'm just saying.
I'm not. I was never an Aaliyah fan. I thought that was so sad, though.
Stevie Ray Vaughan died in a helicopter
I do
crash this year, 30 years ago.
She technically ain't rock either.
Jimi
Who's Jimmy?
I worked-
Jimmy Reed was a major influence on Rolling Stones 44 years ago. Sterling Morrison, founder of the Velvet Revival, died of cancer. 53. This is his 53rd birthday. Was died 25 years ago. All right, here we go. The Doors. Do what?
We're having a camera issue.
I don't know. We're
Ginn
still-
said we were having a camera issue.
I have no idea. I've never seen this before.
It's always something.
Can you see it all, Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, then go on.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know,
it looks
seems okay.
fine, so I'm not sure.
The Doors started recording their first album 54 years ago.
Really?
Yeah,
54 years?
Yeah. One of my
Man.
favorite all-time bands.
And that's not much older than all of us kind of are. Isn't that weird?
We're young.
Yeah.
Me and
We
Kyle
are
the
young.
I
babies.
am getting ready to
Are
turn
you high?
28.
With them,
I don't know about you guys, but
no
here's
promises, don't give in.
What the hell is
I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm talking about the Doors, and he's all fine.
You said we are young. I did. So I went into
Do some
at
fun.
dinner. Hey.
Aerosmith, Permanent Vacation, 33 years old. Alice Cooper. We got a lot of response on this one. Zipper Catches
Oh,
Skin.
oh.
Oh, that's a crazy. Hate thinking that. 38 years old.
he got the meat and too.
Ah.
Always think that on that something about Mary.
Yeah, he got the meat and not in the bears.
Yeah.
Or what did he say?
Frankenbeans.
Frankenbeans. Frankenbeans.
Frankenbeans.
We got a bleeder.
Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. Man, that's a classic. 45 years old. Metallica, Justice for All. One of their greatest. 32
And-
years old.
Going back to Springsteen for a second, his sister Pamela Springsteen took the photos for that film, and she was in Sleepaway Camp Part 1 and Part 2 and 3, which we referenced earlier.
Wow.
Who was she?
Pamela Springsteen, his sister.
Who did she play in Sleepaway Camp?
She played the grown-up Angela.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Haven't you ever seen the second and
Learn
third?
something every day.
Yeah,
I didn't know
we've
that
seen them
was
all,
Bruce
but I didn't know that was
Springsteen's
Bruce
sister.
Springsteen's sister.
Fucking excellent.
Rob Zombie, Hillbilly Deluxe, 22 years old.
Wow.
Slipknot,
Iowa.
All Hope Is Gone, 12 years old. Avenged Sevenfold, Waking the Fallen, 17 years old. There you go, one of the greatest albums of all time. Pearl Jam, 10, 29 years old. Just wait until next year, they're going to have a heyday with that. Pearl Jam, No Code, 24 years old. Aerosmith, Rock in a Hard Place, 38 years old. Now here's one you don't hear of that is just a great album. Living Color, Time's Up. It's 30 years old. Never get the recognition those deserve.
Great guitarist, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Reed. Slipknot.
Vernon Reid.
Vernon Reid. Slippery. Oh, wait a minute. Where am I? Slipknot, Misery with Iowa, 19 years old. Oasis. Oh, that's a real good one. Definitely Maybe, 26 years old. I don't know about Santana's debut album, Santana, 51 years old.
Wow.
Man, you just don't look at that guy and think he's that old, but he really has been around the block.
He's
Mexican
another
thing.
phenomenal guitar player.
Did I just make a racism?
We'll just move on.
We're
to
just
be sure.
tuning him out on that.
Yeah.
We
Here
don't
you
want
go.
him to go
I know
there.
everybody's a big fan of this one. Danzig album, 32 years old. Wow. What?
Tiny Danzig.
Yeah. Bob Dylan, Highway 61. That's a really good album. 55 years old. Wow. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Bob Dylan said he was speaking to several car companies about becoming the voice of their satellite navigation system. That'd be kind of probably hard to understand him, huh?
Nah.
Dylan said he thought it would be good for drivers to hear him saying things like, take a left at the next street. No, right. You know what? Just go straight. That was like 11 years ago.
We were going to Sturgis for the Biscuits to play out there one year, and Sherman had just got his GPS plugged in, and we're driving down the road, and it says, turn left, numbnuts. And it was the guy from Full Metal Jacket. Right
Oh,
there.
God. That's great.
So we got to listen to that the whole way.
That's funny. I don't worry about that. The Beatles became disciples of the Maharishi. Is that his name? Maharishi?
Myrish.
Yeah. They renounced the use of drugs. That's hard to believe. They were members of his spiritual regeneration move,
And
they would like donate like
Yeah.
1 week of their salary a month or something like that. And
because all
I bet he was happy
want,
about that.
all religions.
I'm
want
gonna buy
your
a
money.
I'm gonna buy a new road now.
All religions want your money. They don't
Well,
care
we
about
know
your
that
soul.
they-
They want your money.
That the Beatles didn't
Everybody
stick
wants
with
your
the no
money all
pot
the time.
concept.
Pantera played their last show in 2001, 19 years ago. Man, Bob Dylan played the first night of a 40-day North American tour at Forest Hill at Tennis Stadium, New York, 55 years ago. Bruce Dickinson played his final show with Iron Maiden before going on a 6-year hiatus. Man, that guy is a brilliant individual. I mean, from all his stuff, from flying planes and all the military stuff
Still
that he's done.
62 years old and still rocking like
Yeah,
that.
really. The Beatles played their last concert at Candlestick Park in San Francisco 54 years ago. Elvis Presley, 3 people arrested in Memphis after trying to steal Elvis's body. As a result, his remains were removed to Graceland 43 years ago. Nirvana, their album Nevermind had its world premiere on radio stations in Boston. The album was played from start to finish 29 years ago, and the rest was history there. I'm not worried about that. They did re-announce the Guns N' Roses show at Lucas Oil Stadium July 18th of next year, so, you know, I don't worry about that either. Ringo Starr copy of the Beatles' White Album's first edition was officially the most expensive LP ever sold at auction per Guinness Records. He kept it in a vault in perfect condition for more than 35 years. It sold for $790,000 5 years ago.
Wow, that's a lot. 5 years ago.
I think we're gonna start with this stuff from now on the news because there's so much, and it's kind of cool. We don't get to really talk and slow down on that information very well.
Maybe we should start with all like the news and all that. And
Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks,
Thanks,
Debbie.
Mom.
Thank you, Debbie.
Love you, Debbie.
And for my
You're my favorite.
baby tomatoes.
Yep. All right, let's get to the top 10 list, and we'll be done for the evening. Like I said, we're doing the top 10 unforgettable moments in rock history. So let's get kicking on this real quick. And what do you got there, buddy?
Okay, I went with like shocking and all this shit.
You are shocking.
Nothing shocking. I'm gonna start with number 10. And
You got a shocking monkey, don't you?
yeah, I do that once in a while.
Shock that monkey.
But I'm starting with number 10. The singer for L7 threw a tampon at a crowd in, I believe, London. They weren't showing them very much respect.
That was a phenomenal moment.
I mean, that was funny.
They weren't showing
I don't
them
think
very
she
much
rocked
respect
history,
because that
but-
band sucks.
Might have for a few of them.
Yeah.
And she said, "Eat my dirty tampon," and
Yes,
threw
she
that
did.
fucker out in the audience. Number 9, Chris Holmes from Wasp being knocked out by a side of beef, a frozen side of beef. It was thrown at him, and he caught it in the head,
Oh my
and he was
God.
knocked out.
I forgot all about that.
A slide of beef.
Okay, my number 8 is Papa Hit being burned by fireworks in Canada. My number 7.
Why is that your favorite?
What?
Didn't you just say that's my favorite?
No, I didn't. I think you're drunk. What was in that? Sam's over there. Don't feel me. I can't concentrate.
Give her a titty twister, Kyle.
I won't do that. My number 7, Ozzy biting the head off the bat. My number
Total
5,
accident though.
my
We
number
didn't
6,
know a lot.
yeah.
That was an accident. Yeah.
My number 6, the time Led Zeppelin beat up a groupie with a mud shark. My number 5 is the time Faster Pussycats drummer sent cocaine to himself via FedEx. My number 4 is I can't read what Adam wrote here.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Fans get trampled to death.
Oh, the fans getting trampled to death at the Who show in like 1980.
Yeah, that was in Cincinnati.
And my number 3, the suicide of Kurt Cobain. My number 2, the shooting of Dimebag Darrell on stage. And my number 1 ties into my number 2. That sounds funny.
It probably does with you too.
Your number 1 ties into his number 2.
The shooting death of
before you poop, don't you?
the shooting death of John Lennon, which both of these things happened on the same day, December 8th. John was in 1980 and Dime was in 2004, 24 years apart. That's coincidence, but it's a creepy one. And that's my list.
Good list.
That's a cool list.
That's a
I
good
don't know if
list,
it
Kyle.
changed rock history so much.
Well, he
but-
said he went to more shocking,
Yeah.
like what?
But
The
yeah,
most shocking things in
your-
rock history.
Your story was very.
Now it's lost forever.
Oh man,
It's gone.
I bet it's behind me.
I get it. Yeah.
I got it.
Jeez.
There's your list.
All right. What you got, Jax?
Oh, it's my turn?
Sure, I guess.
When is it not your turn?
Okay, see, my list is all over the place because I just found so many things that are just phenomenally changing.
We try to keep it to 10, even though Mike gets 40.
Well, it's
Listen
because you
here.
guys stealing my ideas.
I just have to think of a few things that you guys hadn't already, that you hadn't said.
Oh, I
Get
done
your
thought
pen
of a
out.
shit ton that he hasn't said.
Okay,
Alright.
these are in no particular order really, except my top 2. My top 2 are my top 2. I've got to agree with you on the fact of the assassination of John Lennon,
That's actually on my list too.
the death of Elvis, Cobain, Tupac and Biggie, the day the music died. I mean,
Yeah. I just didn't want to
Those
talk
are-
about death on that.
yeah,
But the
you
music
could go
died
on
as
and
of-
on.
as of
Tupac
what?
or all that
Huh?
stuff.
Because there's only one day the music dies.
Well, that's
so
Buddy Holly, Richie Valens.
That was
I was tying all that into
That was one of mine.
like assassinations.
The day
deaths,
the music
or-
died for me is when Seth Putnam from Anal Cunt died.
Shut up.
Here
Or
he goes
Gigi
with the
Allen.
anal cunt
Oh
again.
my
He
lord.
just likes it.
He just likes to say anal
I
cunt.
know. That's
I love that band.
Our next Imagine That shirts might have Kyle on them with the topic anal cunt.
I can wear Adam's Anal Cunt t-shirt.
No, we're gonna have you an anal cunt shirt.
No, we are not having
We-
to have to block
We
it out.
sold
so.
shirts at Karma, and I thought they were the most disgusting shirts, and they sold out every damn time.
Because people are
Really?
Yeah.
Just cause who doesn't want to wear a shirt
You-
walking around saying anal cunt?
You can't tell me that I'm gonna give you AIDS isn't a classic.
Huh?
Just
Moving on
go
with the
and
top
just
10
songwriter
list.
thing.
I got lost.
Just ignore him for a minute.
That is a band
Okay,
that
so
counts for
there's
nothing,
my
so.
little assassination deaths part that I feel, and I do feel that those specifically really had a huge
No, you missed
impact.
one.
on.
Who'd you miss? Oh,
You
Prince.
missed Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He died in an elevator.
a huge
How many
impact
times
on
did you go up
music.
Shut up, Kyle.
Well, I mean, and you could go as far as
I'm surprised they didn't
Prince,
yell that. They're
Prince,
dead.
Michael Jackson,
No,
all that.
Prince,
fucking
Michael
dead.
Jackson, yes.
But I didn't feel like those two specifically had a huge impact on music and changed rock because they already set the standard.
True, but Kurt Cobain's death didn't either.
It
I
had a
don't-
big impact and changed things, and I think more so because we don't know.
Shit,
Did he kill himself? Did he not?
I wish
No,
he would have done it
Cordelia
right before
killed him.
Nevermind was made.
So, moving
What?
on out of the death one though. Madonna's Like a Virgin was the cause and start of parental advisory labels for music. Her Like a Virgin MTV performance is what got the laws changed
Well,
for us to
yeah.
have parental advisories.
Yeah, I can see that.
You
On,
guys
they asked
remember
Mom-
watching that?
yes, Tipper Gore led the force.
They asked the guys from Motley Crue of what they thought about the parental advisory sticker, and they said, "We love it. Kids are gonna buy the fuck out of the
Hell yeah, they are,
album."
because they're not supposed to. It's a
Two
rebellion.
Live Crew. I mean, God,
I mean,
I
you
worked
would-
in the store when that came out, and just because people didn't want people to have it, they bought it even more. I mean,
And
we,
you would
we need
think
to
that
redo that album cover.
rap or something, you know, because of the language,
I
would
don't
have
wanna
been
look
what
at all
really
your
started
weird
that
asses.
advisory
Well,
rating, but it was Madonna's MTV.
well,
I
it
had
was
different
rap music
examples
too.
of
I mean, it had
Well,
some
yeah,
major
because
That's not what
before
started
Madonna,
part of it.
because before
It
the
was
Madonna
her
thing, that's when you
explicit
had
boy
with
toy.
Dee Snyder and all of them.
Simulating
for
masturbation
Congress.
on
Yes.
an award
Yeah.
show.
Yes.
because she was so popular, and that was
And like I said, Tipper Gore led the.
And I
Force
would-
there.
I would,
Now.
I would still love to watch Madonna masturbate today.
all right. What's your next one, go?
Bob Dylan. He plugged in at the Newport, and he plugged in at Newport, and instead of being acoustic, he went electric for the first time,
Yeah,
and he got booed off stage.
That was a big one.
And that was the transformation from acoustic to electric on stage.
You know, a
And
lot of
I think that's monumental.
you know, a lot of people think.
And
I'm
he did like a
acoustic.
Rolling Stone.
A lot of people think I'm acoustic.
I think you mean autistic.
I think your battery's shortened then.
That's the joke.
Run DMC and Aerosmith broke down the barriers between rock and rap when they did the
Walk this way.
Walk This Way.
that's
good
kind of
one.
started the new what they call
Yeah.
metal music sound.
But-
Well, and it broke, it wasn't so divided after that moment.
Unfortunately,
That's a good
when
one.
they came back and redid it on the
Yeah.
Grammys, it sucked.
Yes,
This
yes,
last
yes.
one,
I didn't really think of that one.
that
But you're right.
was
Yes.
so
You're right.
bad.
Anthrax and Public Enemy did it better.
Phil Spector's Wall of Sound, I think, is just amazing. I mean, we won't talk about Phil Spector, so to speak, but Phil Spector's ingenious Wall of
Yeah, he
Sound.
is a genius
a,
musician.
And-
a little thing about Spectre that's interesting. This is actually interesting.
Okay.
Okay,
I just said we're not talking about it.
the girl that he ding dong doodly killed was in a movie directed by Mike from Phantasm.
Alright, cool.
And Phantasm is a fucking awesome movie.
I love
So
it.
you had to interrupt my list, just say that.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to pinch my kitty.
Get her back, Kyle. I done told you. You got my permission.
He's working up an nerve.
Yeah.
I see it
He'll never
brewing.
do it.
I see it brewing.
He won't.
Queen at Live Aid.
Yeah, that was big.
That was
Phenomenal. Probably one of the greatest moments. And if it's one of the greatest moments in
Live history, at least.
in live rock history, it's one of those moments that changed
Yeah.
live.
just Live Aid in
Yes.
general
Yes.
was
Pretty amazing.
But that moment when he
change
come out
in-
You
and
know what's funny?
he's in that tank top and he just like
And this one's serious.
Everything.
I don't know a single other band that played Live Aid besides Queen.
I don't either.
I think
That's my number two.
I think Metallica did.
I would figure that
Yeah,
That's my
there's
number
a
two.
lot of them that did, but yeah, Queen is the first one you think of for Live Aid.
I believe
Yeah.
Metallica did.
There was a lot
I'm
of
gonna have to
bands
look
Yeah,
it
at
up.
Live Aid.
but
I mean,
nothing is the way that Queen come out on Live Aid ever. I don't think.
And that ends that great biopsy Freddie Mercury movie.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Good movie.
Yeah.
That's what the whole movie was about leading up to that, I think.
Duran.
Alright,
I believe so.
All the big names.
Okay,
in
and
the
I've
80s.
got the British Invasion, of course, which I didn't really get into a lot of this because I figured he was probably going to have some major key Beatles things.
Oh,
There's
today's part 5 are excellent.
several.
Nope, just one.
And I figured he would take the lead there, so I didn't really get into it.
I got something more important than
But
that.
I think that it was very monumental in rock history. Was the Beatles, British Invasion, as they referred to it, Ed Sullivan's show. I mean, Bob Dylan introduced him to weed, and I was and I'm pretty knowledgeable about the Beatles, but that was one fact that I did not know until yesterday.
The Beatles hated Elvis too. They
Yes,
met
yes,
each other.
they did.
Said he was stoned out of his mind and was a dick.
Yep.
And Elvis.
It went both ways.
Elvis hated the Beatles, but was
Yeah,
jealous.
Because they were all about peace and he was all about guns and he loved
Did-
LBJ.
But he was jealous of the Beatles because of how popular
Yes,
they
he was
had
a- he
become.
was-
Did you ever
was.
see? Did
Because
anybody ever see
When
those
he went in the
photos?
army, he was, what everybody was crazy about when he was coming out of the army. It was the Beatles.
Have
So-
you, I assume you've all seen those photos of Muhammad Ali with the Beatles back in the day. They just brought the Beatles to his gym, and he took all those photos. And after they left, I'll clean up his language, but he basically said, "Who are those homosexuals?"
Alright, go on.
The things that come out of your mouth and you clean up your language for the word homosexuals.
Well, he said the F word.
And it
He was trying to be politically correct.
Pink
somehow.
Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. It spent a decade and a half, 741 consecutive days on the Billboard Top 200.
I said this just a few weeks ago. A third of, if they tally the amount of people who own that record, that would make a third of the world population
Yeah, I remember
who had
that.
owned Dark
I
Side of
remember
the
that,
Moon.
but I was like, 741 consecutive.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, Jesus.
very impressive.
I mean, that just blew my mind. So, I mean, that just set the tone for the rest of them on this top one.
I can't believe you have this next one. I had this one. I would never thought you had.
Well, that's
that one.
not. Hold on, one more. Hendrix Star Spangled Banner. I already said earlier. Napster.
Napster changed
I think
a lot
changed
of shit.
it all. And
Randall.
Yep.
I can understand
iTunes
and
Napster.
respect Napster since I'm married to a musician, and I get it. Everything that goes into a song, and it's yours, and
I think
you shouldn't just be able to have it.
would have
But
to
then,
respect Metallica's view.
From the
I think that's
teenagers,
something
point of view, what does it hurt? I mean,
Well, now it's
I already
different.
got
But if you guys really want to know why there's not Karma Records around anymore, or why my stores are not around anymore,
Napster.
it is
It's
because of
Napster.
Napster and iTunes. That is the real reason that.
well, it's not just iTunes.
Well, iTunes mastered more of the single song buying